Hello! So today I want to talk to you about something which is as important as the actual house itself. I want to talk about evaluating the neighbourhood before you buy. You can find the most beautiful home, the most perfect home, but unless it's in the right location, it's just not going to work out. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we need to look at is convenience. How far are the highways for you to get to work? How far is it to get to your church, your hobbies, the school, the dog park, your grocery shopping, and all that good stuff. Things you do day in, day out. If you live in a neighbourhood where that's going to be difficult, then that's going to get tiring really easy. So that's a really important thing to consider. What you need to consider next is school and local services. Even if you don't have kids or even school-age kids, it's important because schools protect investments. Good schools normally attract good homes. And also you have to think about the local fire department, the police department and all those. Are they going to be close by in case you ever need to call them, which hopefully you won't. Okay, so next we have to consider what I like to call the vibe check. This is where I recommend you go to the neighbourhood different times of the day, maybe morning, evening, and like maybe lunchtime and also the weekends, just to see what's happening in the neighbourhood in these different types of days when people are home from work and school. Do you like neighbourhoods with sidewalks? You can go for a nice walk when it's warmer. Is there plenty of parking on people's driveways so they're not parking on the road? Is it a noisy neighbourhood with lots of kids running around, which may be good or bad depending about your lifestyle? Is there background noise? Can you hear any major highways which could get annoying on a nice summer's day? All these things I'd recommend considering. Okay, and finally, one thing I would also recommend if the neighbourhood isn't surrounded by other neighbourhoods is look at future development. Is it always going to be a farmer's field, or are they talking about maybe building on that land? It could also be they're building a bigger road, or hopefully just a nice coffee shop for you to enjoy. But you have to consider all these different options when looking at neighbourhoods. And at the end of the day, you're not just choosing a home, you're choosing a whole lifestyle. So remember, as I always like to say, location, location, location is so important.